Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Ill Communication. Today, I'm joined by my very inventive friend, Michael, who is a Brooklyn resident who has created a very, very interesting bass amplification system that is wearable, and it is kind of like a mobile sub pack for music fans, rather than like a tool for the studio. It's small, lightweight. You can take it with you. You can DJ in it. You can dance in it. You can listen to your iPod and have the experience be amplified. And it's altogether a very, very cool thing. There's a box here with the battery that you plug in your inputs, and then there's a really, really cool vibrating kind of motory thing on the back that's just like right in that sweet spot in the small of your back. It feels really good, and it makes the experience of music much more rich and interesting. So Michael, thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview with me and all of our viewers out here.
It's great to be here.
It's really, this is a really exciting thing that you've done. Can you tell us a little bit about how did BassAware go from an idea to a physical thing that you're now wearing?
Sure. I've been involved with underground dance parties and DJ culture in Brooklyn for a number of years now. A few years ago, about 4 years ago, I was at a festival and I met the Silent Frisco crew that were doing headphone parties.
Yeah.
Robbie Kowal, Motion Potion, and I kind of fell in love with this idea of doing headphone parties, silent discos. I ended up getting a bunch of gear from Silent Frisco and started throwing underground parties in Brooklyn. We did parties in lofts and warehouses. We started throwing mobile parties on the subway where we'd get like all these crazy people.
I saw videos. Yeah, that looks so cool.
And it was really great. But the whole time, as much as I liked headphone parties and their total weirdness, and they have their own really interesting thing, but they don't have enough bass.
No, they don't.
And I like to tinker with things. I like to make things. I've been involved with lots of audio projects. And so I started playing around with ways to, add more bass to headphone parties, and eventually it turned into this.
Cool. So you ran a successful Kickstarter campaign. I mean, everybody wants to do a Kickstarter campaign,
sure,
but not everybody can nail it. But you've run a successful Kickstarter campaign. You've had a very very successful response from people. How did it feel to have people reach out and support you?
Well, sure. So I did a Kickstarter campaign in late 2013, and mostly I just needed to figure out, if people would really go for this.
Yeah. And
so I honestly didn't know a lot about how to do it. I was kind of winging it, but the response was good. We met our goal. We had the usual kinds of quirks and foibles with trying to figure out how to make something at scale.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a whole nother story.
Yeah, I bet.
But we did deliver all the orders. And
cool.
So far the response has been great. I've actually been kind of doing one-on-one check-ins with the backers to get kind of what their stories are and what their response has been, and it's been really gratifying. It's been one of the coolest things I've done to come up with something that I really love, and then finding all these other people that also really love it, and then hearing about how this has affected them, and it's all been just really gratifying.
Cool, man. Well, hey, congrats.
Thank
you. So, for those of our viewers who are maybe interested in running their own Kickstarter campaign, is there anything like let's say you had a time machine and you could tell your past self a piece of advice about Kickstarter? What would you tell yourself in the past?
Oh man, I mean, mostly I think is just to do it is the first thing. Even there's tons of stories of people that did Kickstarters and initially did not succeed, but kept at it, and did extra ones. So that would be first one, is just try it.
And then you just correct course along the way rather than...
Well, I mean, there's a lot of strategic, smart stuff that you can do to be successful. But at the end of the day, if you've got a good idea that you're in love with, you know, and you can adequately communicate that to people, you're, you know, within reason, I think you're gonna be able to do it. But even after the Kickstarter, you know, and anybody who does something like this, or really any successful endeavor, every success that you have just gives you like another step up this mountain where you see how much further you still have to climb.
Cool.
You know, and so, I mean, it's important for me to hear, you know, I love hearing like, yay, like good job with the Kickstarter, but at the same time, you know, like what's on my mind now is like this order of magnitude more stuff that I have to do.
Okay,
you know?
well, what's next for BassAware then?
Well, so the next thing, you know, is I've basically taken feedback from people and all the lessons that, you know, were learned from, you know, building these things for a year to make it all the like improvements that we can make. So mostly the version that I'm wearing now is not the version that was shipped on the Kickstarter.
Okay.
This is the next version.
Oh, cool.
And basically, we tried to slim down the design. We made some iterative improvements to how the adjustment works and, you know, things like that. We added this new microphone mode feature.
Yeah, super cool. I was rocking this at the gig the other day, and it's really very comfortable. And it can, anyway, the microphone can pick up the bass from the environment and amplify it. So if you're at a party and you want to be more immersed in the bass, you just turn on this microphone mode, and suddenly it's like the party has another speaker that's attached to your body. It's super, super cool.
So the plan with this is we're going to launch another crowdfunding campaign for this new version, and you know, we're basically in the final stages of like dialing all that in, but we're launching it this spring.
Cool.
And the units will be shipping in the late summer is the current plan. So
right on. Well, that's great. How do we keep in touch with BassAware and you know, follow you and connect with the campaign and all that? Like, what are your links?
Yep. So our main website is just www.BassAware.com. So that's BassAware.com.
Wow, so nice and simple.
Yeah.
Clean.
And you know, we're also on Twitter, BassAware, and Facebook at BassAware.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to rock out with it. I know I'm just gonna be just murdering this thing on the plane, practicing my finger drumming and stuff. So thanks so much for taking the time, and thanks so much for hooking me up with a unit, man. It's really a lot of fun, and I'm gonna be rocking a lot more. All right, lots of love, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching, and stay tuned for more from BassAware. Peace.
Thank you.